right, what's going on now? ALCM is tug of war. It's tug of war. In the sport of tug of war, you're trying to get your opponent to come to your side. If you notice, we both have on different colored jerseys. Whenever you're in a sporting event, the opponent will always have on a different colored jersey than what you have. If you notice her jersey and you notice mine, that lets you know we are in opposition of each other. We are not on the same team. So it is in, you stop. So it is in marriages. We should always be wearing the same jersey in marriages. But sometimes we get a little off course, and what happens? We are the same team, but sometimes our jerseys are different colors. Our jerseys are different colors. So tonight, what we're about to do, if you notice on my board right here, we're going to talk about first three major components of marital teamwork. Three major components of marital teamwork. It's called RAG. 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 R-A-G. The R is for respect. The A is for admiration. And the G, what is the G for? What do you all think it is?
Growth.
Say it again.
Growth.
Say it again.
Growth.
Growth. It could be.
God.
That ain't what I'm looking for.
God.
God. It could be. That ain't what I'm looking for though. Anybody else? Anybody else? What is the G for?
Game.
Huh? Say it again. Somebody say it. Okay. Say it again. Somebody was close. I heard it. Come on.
Game.
What?
Game.
What?
Game.
Game. G-A.
I-N.
Game. Let's just go with grace. Let's go with grace. So, once we achieve RAG, what happens is, when we have that in our relationship, RAG, what you'll start seeing in your relationship, in your marital relationship, you'll start seeing more and more that your jerseys will start being the same color. Amen? Amen. Amen. All right.
We ain't noticing nobody's jersey but yours.
What you say, John?
We ain't know nobody's jersey but yours.
He would.
Well, basically, tonight, we got a good one tonight. We on the same team, but sometimes our jerseys are different colors. In any sport event, whether that's baseball, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, the opposing team will always have on a different color. Sometimes we wonder if, say for football, for example, sometimes we wonder when the quarterback throws so many interceptions, we get to wondering, is the guy he throwing it to, does that guy supposed to be on his team? Because he's throwing it to someone that's on the opposing team. So in our example, when we talked about tug of war, in marriages, a lot of times there's tug of wars because wifey wants something done her way, whatever it may be, and I saw somebody just looked at somebody, then hubby want things done his way in certain aspects of life. Somebody else just looked at somebody else. In certain aspects of life. So you have a tug of war. So now I got opposition there. So what we want to accomplish tonight is, how can we merge or get a little bit closer in our marital relationship so our jerseys, for the most part, will always match. Amen. All right. Three major components of marital teamwork. We got RAG. What do we say the R stands for?
Respect.
Respect. Y'all was listening. Respect. We want to make sure that we respect each other. You know, I'm sure in where Pastor works, where Nick works, where Vontae work, where all of us work, or any type of organization that we in, there are probably some people in there that you know for a fact that don't care too much for you. You know for a fact that do not like you. But in most instances, you'll be okay with that as long as they respect. Just respect. So, respecting each other, what does that mean? That means to hold each other in high regard. Hold each other, have attention toward each other. You're looking out for each other's basic interests. You're looking out for each other all the time. I have high regard, I have high esteem, I have respect for you. But it is a two-way street. It's not just one. I bet you somebody know of people that are in relationships where somebody might give a little bit more respect than the other, or a whole lot more respect than the other. That makes you feel some kind of way. When you feel like you are giving, my pen doesn't stop, giving what? Giving 100. I'm talking about you really dishing it out, but your spouse is a little bit short in that area. When that happens, you get to feel in some kind of way. Nobody wants to feel disrespected. First component, respect each other. Second, admiration. I adore you. You mean so much to me. You are my all in all, aside from God. Y'all know what I'm saying, on earth. You are my all in all. I admire you. You can show admiration without even opening your mouth.
That's right.
You can show admiration to your mate through nonverbals on how you treat them. Admiration. Once again, admiration, respect, grace, all that's got to be two-way though. It cannot be a one-way street in any one of those categories. Admiration. And the third and final component I have, therefore, major component, marital teamwork is grace. If God shows us grace each and every single day that we open our eyes, amen, we should be able to show each other grace.
That's right.
Show each other grace. That was a football game, and some of the fellas in here might remember it. And then some of the ladies may be as well. But recently, that's probably been, I made a couple of weeks ago, the Ravens played the Saints. That was a very good football game. At the end of that game, it was 24-23, and Saints was up. How many of you know what game I'm talking about? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Nobody knows, but I keep on talking. So I'm going to keep talking. In that game, with 24 seconds left on the clock, Flacco throws a touchdown. So it's 23-24. Saints up by 1 point. They line up to kick the field goal, and they can tie the game, the Ravens. They can tie the game. The gentleman name that was kicking the ball, his name was Justin Tucker. They said Justin Tucker, his record, he had previously, before that kick, had kicked 222 successful consecutive field goals. 222.
He had missed.
He had not missed at all in his, I don't know how many years, but in his pro career. Never missed. So everybody was like, this a shoo-in. Hey, we ain't even worried about that. Y'all know where I'm going right now. Dude got up there. The ball, I believe it was wide left, I think. Mm-hmm. Don't quote me on that, but I think it was wide left. But just barely. And then they showed his expression. His eyes, Pastor. His eyes were so big because he could not believe that he missed that field goal to tie the game, take it into overtime with the possibility of winning. Why did I tell you guys that story? Because so much grace. That's a team. The Ravens is a team. It was so much grace shown in that moment. The quarterback, Flacco, and a lot of the other members of that team they encircled him, they embraced him, they showed much love to him. It's going to be all right. It's all right. So he done came back in 2 more games after that, and he ain't missed nothing. So the moral of the story is, in marriages, you're going to miss sometimes. You're going to miss the mark sometimes. You're going to make mistakes sometimes. But you have got to have a latitude of grace. Grace, because we all make mistakes. We all will miss the mark and have judgments that may not, or we misjudge, may not be the exact thing to do. But that's where grace comes in. So the 3 components, once again: respect for each other, admiration, and grace. Now, those components right there are the ingredients. The ingredients. Y'all, some of you guys know how to make certain foods, certain desserts. There are certain ingredients that's got to go in certain desserts for it to come out right. A pound cake, there are certain ingredients that's got to go in there. If major ingredients, if major ingredients are missing from making that pound cake, you're going to know the difference readily. You're going to know the difference. If these ingredients here, if we are slipping on any of these ingredients here, you will know it. Your mate will know it. So we are trying to make sure that we maintain the same outfit, the same jersey, by taking care of these components. Now, before I go to the big board here, comments, questions, anything about these 3 components? Anybody?